Hi, Andy and Emily. I might send this to you also, just for interest. So I had my little jam session with the fellow that played in the jazz band in Leighton, and and I thought, it went okay, but I found that we thought about music in a very different way, and I was actually struggling quite a bit to play in time. I also found that the fellow that I played with on the saxophone, he uh, was so used to reading off the sheet music, he there was no communication with me, and it was very hard to find some kind of groove. And I also found I found this out because I actually recorded him playing the song. The particular song was "Fly Me to the Moon" that we I decided to sort of focus on. Um, and I recorded him on my phone. And with that recording, I thought, well, I'll practice against that. And he was tapping his foot, he was reading off the music, and I still struggled to play along with the recording. And I wondered why. I thought my timing's terrible. I'm doing something wrong. Then so I put the recording, the sound file into Reason, into the software I use, the audio workstation. And I found like his timing was very off, and his phrasing was quite off. To be fair, he wasn't, he didn't play to a click or anything, but he was tapping his foot, but it was quite a ways off. And then, so that was good information, because then I was able to go, okay, right, we really need to practice to a drum or a click or something, or a metronome, until we don't have to. So I'll just play you the recording. I'll just play the original recording with what I did was I put a quantized drum track against it, just a basic ride and hi-hat, like a jazz beat. And also I tapped out the melody on the piano just with the right hand, and the phrasing, and just I didn't quantize that, but I just made sure that that was in time, well within in time with, and the phrasing was right with the drum beat and with the rhythm. And then I put the two together, and I lined his start up with my start, and to see how his phrasing was, and try and identify why I was having so much trouble playing with it. And so this is what I got. This is the raw audio. So I'll just, okay, here we go.
You're ready.
Just whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so you get the picture. So what I also found when I put the recording of the sax into Reason was the pitch was, and especially when I played it against the piano, because it's a digital piano, so it's right. The pitch was quite off on some notes, and I think that was also jarring with the bass when I was trying to play bass against the sax. So what I did was I took that recording, I time sliced it, found the transients, and just shifted the phrasing around till it matched. I shifted the phrasing not to take his phrasing away, but to just better time where I think, or where I could hear he was going to with his phrasing. So I moved that so the phrasing was where he was aiming at, and he was missing. So that mean it didn't distort the sound too much because I didn't want to mess with it too much. And then I pitch corrected some of the notes that were just way off and just jarring. So this is what I got, and I added some piano, added a few little piano parts, and kept the drums, some basic fills, and just some basic arrangement, and the bass, of course. I recorded the bass once I'd sort of got his melody and time on the grid and worked it out. I added a bass line and messed around with that until I found something that I thought grooved pretty well. So this is what I've got.
You're ready.
Just whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Andy, you asked me about, what I might get out of this experience. I think in your message, something positive, perhaps, well, presumably. And yeah, look, I got a lot out of it. I was able to sort of figure out the piano part. So that was a really good exercise to figure out a few little chord movements and things like that. So that was good practice. The ear training was really, really good. Doing the pitch correction stuff, I found that really, really interesting in the way that you can probably take it too far. Maybe sometimes you don't need to get things absolutely perfect. Also, I found that, when you've got a waveform or a sound that wavers quite a lot, so particularly when John's doing that vibrato thing on the sax, you to find that average in pitch is often not perfect. It's not absolute. It's sort of you've got to kind of adjust up and down a bit to get it right. So you're still using your ears. So I found that really amazing for I think I guess you call it producer's ear. Not that I have one, but I can now appreciate how dedicated listening really sharpens your attention to detail. So that was really interesting. And I kept going back and editing my my finished little arrangement because it wasn't right, and I can still hear things that are wrong with it, but I'll be stuffing around with it forever. But so the listening was amazing. And just listening to the song over and over and over again, and through this process of recording and arranging, I really figured out, this is the best. I reckon this is the best style of bass line to use for this particular, for the feeling that I'm wanting to create, which was one of, pretty much the antithesis of what we talked about, Andy. Like, a bit sort of lackluster and a bit kind of, I wanted to give it a lift. And so that was the arrangement that I came up with. Anyway, over and out. I'll shut up now. Okay, see ya. Bye.